Welcome back, yogis. Today we'll be focusing on spine strengthening and health. Let's get started today in a wide knee child's pose. So go ahead, big toes come to touch. Knees are as wide as you'd like them. Walk forward and rest your forehead on the mat and breathe. So we'll be moving through a series of postures today that will strengthen the spine, lengthen the spine, and build flexibility in the spine. So have your spine in mind throughout all the poses today, but we'll be taking extra special focus in our two peak poses, which will be a deep back bend and a deep forward bend towards the end of class. So we'll make sure we're nice and warmed up for that. On your next inhale, find yourself in a tabletop pose. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and move through your cat and cow. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, curl tailbone up, and exhale, round. Pull your belly button in, press through the palms. Try to look at your belly button here. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. And go ahead and move here at your own pace. We're moving the spine in two directions in our cat and cow, but really our spine moves in about four directions. So side to side, front, back. We also do twisting. I'm excluding that from this equation, but we'll make sure our spines are really, really warmed up and feel super good today. Take two more cat and cows. And on your last one, we'll meet in a neutral spine tabletop pose. Shift your weight into the left side body, right leg extends back, foot is flexed, lift your foot off the ground, neutralize your spine, engage your core, left arm extends forward. Just hold it here. Think about your hand and foot stretching in opposite directions. Gaze is forward and down, so we're not cranking into our neck and we're not rounding. We're trying to keep the spine here as neutral as possible. Take one more deep inhale and deep exhale right here. Maybe feel your glutes turn on. And release. We'll switch sides. Left leg extends back, foot is flexed. Lift your left foot off the ground. Engage your core. Right arm extends forward. Noticing what's going on with your neck. Gaze should be forward and down. Making sure you're breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Stretch a little bit further. And release. Right leg extends, left arm extends. One nice deep breath in and out here. Release. Changing sides, left leg back, right hand forward. One nice deep breath here again. In and out. Release. One more each side. Right leg back, left arm forward. Stretch it nice and long. Breathe. Release. Last one. Left leg back, right arm forward. And release. Nice work. This time, right leg kicks up, so knee is bent, foot is flexed. Left hand reaches back for the outside of the foot. Kick the foot into the hand. Find the back bend here. So now we're opening our shoulders. We're back bending our spine. Gaze up. Kick a little bit harder with your foot. Change sides, foot and hand down. Flex into your left foot, knees bent, kick it up. Right hand reaches back for the outside edge of the left foot. Kick your foot into your hand, let it open your chest. Find a back bend. Let the belly drop, kick a little bit harder, and release. Let's go ahead, step our right foot through for a low lunge. Let's warm up the hips a little bit. Scrub your left knee back. Walk yourself up one hand at a time. Hips push forward and down. Breathe here. So open hips have a lot to do with back pain. I've probably talked about that before, but I want to make sure too we focus on opening the hips as well when we're opening the spine and strengthening. So we'll be building, of course, some hip openers in throughout the class today. Go ahead, release. Just bring yourself back to tabletop pose. The left foot steps through, low lunge. Scrub your right knee back a little bit if you like. And come up onto the palms. Hips push forward and down. Release. This time, lower to your belly from your tabletop pose. So shift forward, half plank, squeeze your elbows in and come all the way to the belly. We're going to take a cobra pose from here, a different cobra variation than we normally take. So keep your fingertips right underneath your shoulder. So this is kind of in between baby cobra and cobra. Elbows squeeze in. Glue your feet together, so heels and toes touching, kneecaps lift up. Peel your upper body off the ground. Look up, use the strength of your hands to lift up a little bit higher. Only come up to your belly button here, but really drop your head back and look up. Take 2 breaths here. You should feel your back really turning on. And release. Go ahead, push through your tabletop pose or plank, and we'll come to down dog. Walk it out, should feel really good. Just move right, left, right, left. Warm up your hamstrings. So we moved our spine front and back, and let's move it side to side here in down dog. So come up high on your toes, drop your heels over to the right, toes to the left, gaze under your left arm, and bend your right knee. Side body stretch. Breathe into it. Feel the space coming between your rib cage. Pull your belly button in. And release, we'll change sides. Heels drop to the left, toes to the right. Bend the left knee, gaze under the right arm. Breathe. Pull your belly button in a little bit more. And we'll meet back in down dog. Neutral spine. Go ahead, pedal it out again if you need. Look forward to the top of your mat and let's baby step our way up for a forward fold. Taking a halfway lift, so inhale, back is flat. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive, back is flat, arms reach out. Palms touch above head. Exhale, dive forward nice and slow. Right foot steps back, left foot meets it, down dog. And let's take our full vinyasa. You should be nice and warmed up for it. Plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Look forward. Step your way up to the top of your mat, nice and slow. Deep forward fold, breathe. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, gaze forward. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive, come up, flat back, palms touch above head. Exhale, dive forward, hands plant. Left foot steps back, right foot meets it, down dog. And vinyasa, plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Look forward, right foot steps through, low lunge. Left foot meets right, fold. Reverse your swan dive, palms touch above head. Exhale, dive forward, hands plant. Right foot steps back, left foot meets it, down dog. And vinyasa, plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Look forward, left foot steps through, low lunge. Right foot meets it, fold. Reverse your swan dive, palms touch. Exhale, dive forward, hands plant. Left foot steps back, right foot meets it, down dog. And vinyasa. We'll meet in down dog. Feel free to skip these vinyasas out if they're too much. Right leg rises. Go ahead, bend the knee, open up that hip. Feel it in your side body here. Let your calf muscles kind of dangle. Square off the hips, step it through. Low lunge. Left foot meets it, fold. Reverse swan dive, palms touch. Inhale. Exhale, dive forward, hands plant. Right foot steps back. Left foot meets it, down dog. And vinyasa, plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left leg rises, bend the knee, open up that hip. Foot and calf just kind of relax. Square off the hips, step it through. Low lunge. Right foot meets left, fold. Reverse your swan dive, palms touch. Exhale, dive forward, hands plant. Left foot steps back. Right foot meets it, down dog, and vinyasa. So you should be nice and warmed up to get into our sequence today. Should feel pretty good by now. Right leg rises nice and high. Step it through for a high crescent lunge. Left toes are tucked under. Go ahead, raise up. Arms reach straight. You can gaze a little up and forward. Getting into that right hip. Trying to lock your left knee if you can. You might lose some of the depth of the right hip, but try to find your perfect alignment, as perfect as possible. We're going to come from our crescent pose into eagle pose. So shift the weight completely in the right foot. Left knee is going to come up into a marcher's pose. And left leg's going to cross over the right and tuck your left toes behind the calf muscle. Left arm's going to come under, right arm over. Sit into the chair here. You can pull the fingertips below the nose if you like, or lift them up. Yogi's choice here in the variation. Try to get knees, wrists, ankles, everything in one line if you can. Bring your upper body back a little bit here. From here, we're going to come into a warrior 3 variation. So unwrap the eagle arms and legs. Bring the body weight forward, so body down, leg up. Interlace your fingers, but release the index finger, thumbs crossed. Just like we did in our bird dogs earlier, stretch the body in opposite directions. So left toes point back, fingertips point forward, stretch your spine here. And release back to crescent pose. Inhale. Exhale, handspring your right foot. Step back, down dog. And take a vinyasa if you like, or skip it out. We'll meet in down dog either way. We'll go ahead and repeat on the left side. Left leg rises nice and high. Step it through for your high crescent. Arms reach straight up. Try to lock your back leg if you can. Think about squaring off the hips here. Hands come to prayer. Coming into eagle pose from here. Shift the weight to the left leg. Woo. Right knee comes up into that marcher's pose. And cross your right leg over the left. Toes behind the calf muscle. Twist. Right arm under left. Twist your arms. Hands in prayer. Pull elbows down or lift them up. Yogi's choice. Try to get your hands, your elbows, knees, everything in one line. So if you had a mirror in front of you, you could see exactly how you're aligned. Sit into the chair here, arch your upper body back, breathe. Twist a little bit extra hard. So good for the joints. Release the eagle wrap of the legs and arms. Interlace your fingers, cross your thumbs, release your index finger, and bring your body down, leg up. So that warrior 3 variation. Arms and legs stretch in opposite directions. This is a tricky pose. Square off your hips here as well. Stretch one more time. And inhale back to your high crescent lunge. Exhale, handspring left foot. Back to down dog. And a vinyasa plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. We'll take that one more time each side. Right leg rises and steps through high crescent. Back toes tucked. Rise up, inhale. Exhale, eagle pose, starting from that marcher's pose. Left leg crosses over right. Left arm under right. Twist. Go to your fullest expression as quickly as you can. Not here very long this round. Release, coming into that warrior 3 variation. Interlace the fingers. Stretch your spine in opposite directions. Body should look like a T. Back to high crescent, arms up. Exhale, hands frame right foot. Back to down dog. And vinyasa, or skip it out. We'll meet in down dog. Left leg rises and steps through high crescent lunge. Find your way there. Hands at prayer. Marcher's pose to eagle. Find the eagle wrap of the arms. Sit a little bit lower. Twist. Arch your upper body back. Release the eagle pose. Finding that warrior 3 variation. Interlace the fingers. Release the index finger. Thumbs crossed. Bring your body down. Leg up. Square up the hips. This is a hard pose. Try to look forward and down. So arms and head together. One more second here. Release. High crescent. Hands frame left foot. Down dog. And vinyasa. Meeting in down dog. Take a few breaths here to reconnect. And on your next inhale, right leg rises and steps through for warrior two. Back foot parallel with the short edge, arms at a T. Gaze over your right fingertips. Coming to extended side angle, right forearm to right thigh, left arm over ear, feel a nice side body stretch. Rise back up to star pose, so square off the feet, arms reach up. Exhale, dive forward. So feet are parallel here, coming down with a flat back. Try to catch a hold of the outside edges of the feet if you can. Maybe open the feet a little bit here if you need. Roll body weight forward and lock your knees. So feel your kneecap lift up, thigh engage, pull forward, and try to actually touch your forehead to the ground here. It's tricky. I'm going to take a block underneath your head if that helps you kind of bring the floor up to you. Sometimes I like to do that just to get the full effect. Satisfying. And release. Walk yourself from here into a low lunge, and we'll come into lizard pose. So left knee down, take your right foot a little bit more wide, roll to the blade of the right foot, open up that knee like a book. You can bring your forearms down to blocks here to the ground if you're super flexible, or stay up on the palms. We'll be here for about 5 to 7 breaths, so get comfortable. Breathe into your hips, maybe close your eyes. It's important for me to remind you guys, and it was important for me to remind myself in the beginning, that when we're doing some deep hip opening, deep back opening, that we're not going past our edge. So in a hip opener like this, I like to be at about a 6 or 7 on a scale of 1 to 10 on intensity, 10 being the most intense. So the reason for that is if we go too far too soon, you can shock the body. And then your body wants to close up. It doesn't want to open for you. I didn't know that in the beginning. I used to think that yoga was about chasing sensations, and I would go really deep really soon. So be gentle with yourself. Do what feels good. Blocks are a great option because they allow you to get really comfortable in a pose. So that's my lecture for today. We'll take 2 more breaths here. Go ahead and release your lizard pose. Set those blocks out of the way for now if you have them. We'll meet back in down dog. And take a vinyasa plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left leg rises nice and high. Step it through, warrior two. Back foot parallel, arms at a T. Gaze over your left fingertips. And just breathe here. Noticing your spine in this position. Try to make sure it's as straight as you can get it. Extended side angle, left forearm to left thigh, right arm over your ear, side body stretch. Square off the feet, reach your arms up, star pose. Exhale, dive forward, flat back. Nice and slow, legs are strong. Grabbing whatever you can, so ankles, feet, maybe even your heels. Try to straighten your spine here. So some rounding here is natural. I have some rounding too, but the goal is to have your spine perfectly straight here. So roll body weight forward. Physically pull on your feet so your biceps turn on. Try to touch your forehead to the floor. Second set might be a little more open up. Pull a little bit extra hard. Roll forward a little bit more. Really deep stretch. This one's so good for the body. Especially in our culture, we sit so much. This is a deep stretch of the backs of the legs. It strengthens quads. Everything that counteracts sitting in a chair. And release. Walk to the low lunge at the front of your mat for lizard pose. Right knee lowers. Widen your left foot a little bit. Roll to the blade of the left foot so we're opening up our leg like a book. Take your blocks if you need. Maybe they're higher on one side than the other. It's perfectly normal to be a little lopsided. I definitely am. And go ahead, go to your edge. So you're 6 or 7. Nothing too intense. We'll be here for about 5 to 7 breaths. Try to get out of your own way. Noticing if your mind's drifting, maybe back to work or a conversation you had earlier. Bring it back right here to what you're doing right now. Stay in this present moment of taking care of your body and your hips. On your next inhale, release your lizard pose, set your blocks to the side, and we'll come back to downward dog. Breathe it out, take a vinyasa if you like, plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. So we're gonna come into a standing back bend, standing bow. And we're going to take another hip opener. So look forward, left or right foot steps through, low lunge. Left foot meets it. Boom, just come to the top of the mat. Reverse swan dive, mountain pose, and hands come to prayer. So I'm going to scooch back a little bit so you get the full view. We're going to bring our right hand up. So palm facing up, bend your right knee, and just grab a hold of your foot from the inside at the ankle. So we're grabbing the foot, not the ankle, not the toes, the foot. Left arm reaches up. We're going to kick like we did earlier in our tiger pose. So we were earlier on tabletop pose, kicking into our hand, and you're going to bring your body down. So body down, foot's going to come up. This is a tricky balance, so look forward, be laser focused, and try to lock your standing leg. Kicking and stretching are opposite, so when we stretch forward, we kick harder, we kick more. Bring your body down a little bit more if you can. Find your back bend. Kick one more time. And release. Back to mountain pose. High mountain. Dive forward. Hands plant. Right foot steps back. Left foot meets it. Just hold your down dog here and breathe. That's an intense pose. And get your heart rate up a lot. So just want to take a second here to reconnect before we move to the left side. Left foot's going to step through. Low lunge. Right foot meets it. Fold. Go ahead, reverse your swan dive. Palms touch. Hands come to prayer. Left side. So left hand faces up. Bend your left knee. Grab your left foot from the inside. So below the ankle, below the toes, right in between there. Right arm reaches up. Go ahead, kick. Come into your fullest expression. Bring your body down. Kick your foot up. Lock your standing leg. Be laser focused with your gaze, so don't look at something like a bug or a pet. Look straight forward. Feel a nice opening in your arm. If you fall out, just get right back in. It's a tricky one. If it's too much, you can always just stay in the setup, which is right here. This is also a back bend, some heart opening. And go ahead, release. High mountain. Dive forward, hands plant. Left foot steps back, right foot meets it. Down dog. Coming into pigeon pose. Right knee behind right wrist. Try to parallel your shin if you can. We'll keep it tucked under. Walk your left leg back. Square off your hips. And go to your 6 or 7 here. So nothing too intense. Use your blocks as needed. And breathe into it. 5 to 7 breaths right here. Pressing up out of our pigeon pose. Just come right to down dog and we'll change sides. Left toes tuck under. Pull your right chin to your chest. Back to down dog. Left knee to left wrist. Bring your right leg back a little bit more if you need. Square off your hips. Use your blocks as needed. I don't know why I set mine out of the way. Could have just kept them there. And fold forward and down. Breathing into the left hip. Noticing if one side's different than the other. Then respecting our body's limits. Go ahead, release your pigeon pose. We'll meet in down dog. Tuck your right toes under, left shin comes to your chest. And let that blood come back to the left and right hip. They should feel pretty good. Ripple forward through to plank. And we're gonna lower to the belly. Let's do a lot of spine strengthening here. So we're gonna take a locust variation. We're gonna do 2 sets of each of these poses. So bring your chin forward, glue your legs together like a cobra leg. So toes and heels touching, kneecaps lift up. Bring your arms out to a T. And on your next inhale, whole body lifts off the ground. So legs, arms, lift up. This is working your middle back. Drop your head back, look up. Keep your feet and heels together. Come up one more time. Breathe into it and release. Go ahead and make a little pillow up from your forearms. And just rest your forehead here. Take a breath. Second set. Arms out at a T. Glue your legs together, heels and toes touching. Lift up, arms up, legs up. Head looks up, gaze up. Come up a little higher. Feel your spine working nice and strong. And release. Make that little pillow. Rest your forehead, take a breath. Release, bring your chin forward. Bend your knees, arms come to your side. Grab your feet from the outside. So like we did in the standing bow pose, this is floor bow. So there should be about 6 inches between your knees and heels throughout the whole posture. Go ahead and kick, just like we did in standing bow. Kick so your feet come up over your head. Kick a little more, roll the body weight forward. Kick up. And release. Make your little pillow. Do one more bow. Such a wonderful pose for the spine, for the digestive system. All right, arms come back, bend your legs, grab your feet. So not your toes, your feet, not your ankles, and kick. Make sure your thumb's with the grip. Kick into your legs, roll forward, kick up. Drop your head back, look up, and release. This time, hands under the shoulders, press into plank, toes tuck under, and back to down dog. Release it, should feel really good. Right leg rises and steps through for warrior one. Have your blocks for this next set of poses. Should just need, actually probably need both. Have them both. Come into your warrior one, back foot at a 45-degree angle. Arms reach straight up. We're going to straighten our front leg, square off the hips. Either grab opposite elbows behind your back or find your reverse prayer hands. So where your hands are in prayer behind your back, press your elbows into one another if you can. Suck your belly button in and dive forward towards your right leg. Release. If the prayer hands are too much or if you can't balance here, take your hands to blocks or your hands to the floor. Just be here for a few breaths. Square off your hips one more time. Hands come to the right foot, so they frame the right foot. Set your block by your right foot if you need on the inside. Left hand plants, right arm up. Revolve triangle. Deep, deep hamstring stretch. Also a tricky balance, surprisingly. Gaze up. Open up your chest. Think about your spine here. It should be flat. So no rounding in your revolve triangle. If you're rounding, you're too low. Come up a little bit more. And release. Just step back to down dog from here. And we'll change sides. Left leg rises and steps through. Warrior one. Arms reach straight up. Left leg is bent. Back foot at a 45-degree angle. Square off your hips. Straighten the left leg. Hands behind your lower back. Reverse prayer hands or opposite elbows. Or bring your hands to the floor to stabilize. And you go down, belly button in. Fold towards your left leg. Maybe bend your left knee a little bit here if you need. My left side is a lot tighter than my right with my hamstrings. My left hip is a lot more open up, so my poses look really different side to side. And that's perfectly okay. Just taking note of these things in our body, it's good knowledge for us to have, so we can prevent injury in other activities. One more deep inhale, and exhale here. Hands frame left foot, glit your block if you need. Block to the inside of the left foot, right hand plants, left arm is up. Revolve triangle, bring your left hip back, so try to keep your hips squared, spine straight, head back a little bit. Arm up, open your chest. Pull your belly button in. And release. Hands frame your left foot and just come right back to down dog. Oh, nice work today. We're going to start winding down. Look forward and just baby step your way to the top of your mat for a fold. Noticing how open your hamstrings are now as compared to the beginning of class. Head drops. Hips sit back, chair pose, and sit so low that you come into your boat pose, everybody's favorite pose. Pull your belly button in. Find a flat back here. Think about your spine. Open your chest. Arms reach out. Lowering for low boat, spine's gonna round to work the core. So pull your belly button in, straighten the legs, low boat. Squeeze your abs. Try to look up a little bit in your low boat pose to release some tension in the neck. Back to high boat. Squeeze your core. Exhale, low boat. Gaze up. High boat. Low boat. High boat. Low boat. Last one. High boat. Go ahead, cross at your ankles. Roll forward on your knees. And we're going to step into just tabletop pose. So get repositioned on your mat if you need. We're going to take our peak poses here. So camel and rabbit. So stand up on your knees. So in camel, you want to make sure your hips don't go forward past your knees. But make sure too, you're not relying on your own flexibility here. So in Hatha Yoga, we use our strength to stretch. So I'll talk you through it. Hands on your lower back, like you're putting your hands in jean pockets. Fingertips face down. Squeeze your elbows behind your back. Press your hips forward with the help of your hands. Squeeze your glutes. So make that kind of ugly butt. Squeeze it. Drop your head back and go back halfway. Stop in the middle. Keep pushing forward. Once you're back, right hand, right heel, left hand, left heel. Push your hips forward. Use your glute strength and back strength. Drop your head back. Hold it. And release. Hands back on your lower back to help yourself come up. I know I talked funny there. Sit your hips back on your heels. Take a breath. Really deep back bend. A lot of people don't like that pose. It can feel scary. That's totally normal. I'll talk to you guys more later about why that is. Coming into rabbit, a deep forward bend. So look at how flexible your spine is now. Hands on the heels, thumbs outside, fingers inside. If you have any hair on the top of your head like I do, take it out. I'm going to keep mine in. Tuck your chin to your chest, and we're going to touch the top of our head right in front of our knees. So forehead to knees, top of the head to the floor. Now you see why you don't want your hair in there. You're going to roll forward, lift your hips up. So use that tight grip. Bring your heels back together, roll forward, hips up, pull your belly button in. Feel all that lengthening happening in your spine. Pull your shoulders away from your ears, roll forward one more time. And release. Come back to seated. Give yourself a breath. Sit back on your hips, swing your legs forward. One more deep forward bend, forward fold. Arms reach straight up, inhale. Exhale, fold. Catch a hold of whatever is accessible for you. Put a block in front of your feet if you like for a little bit extra length. So the reason back bends can make us feel weird or uncomfortable is because if you think about it from an animal standpoint, we're exposing all of our most vital organs and we're in a vulnerable position. So it kind of can trigger our flight or fight. So honor that. Camel and rabbit combined are really classic poses together since they're a deep forward bend and deep back bend. It's a lot going on internally, especially if you're not used to taking deep forward bends and back bends like that. So just be with the emotions. Sometimes people will feel like they want to cry after that combination. If you do, no worries. They say that's the truest form of yoga is crying. So if you got there today, I'm so proud of you. Pull forward one more time. Release. Arms in front of us. Pull your belly button in. Core strong. We're going to lower to our belly. Nice and slow. One vertebrae at a time. Palms face up. Head relaxes. Shavasana. Corpse pose. A lot of great work today for the spine and the body. Classes like this will just build such long-term health for you, keep you feeling good day to day. I'd like to thank you so much for practicing with me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment. As always, if there's anything you would like to see on my channel, please leave me a comment as well. I love customizing classes for you. Namaste, yogis. I will see you soon.